heard of it.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And so I'm saying, did he get killed there?
Right.
Until somebody explained to me
That's right.
how dad and mom is calling the police station for 3 days. Now, in a predominantly white county, predominantly white town,
Right.
how many 17-year-old black
Yes.
youngsters you going to have in the morgue dead?
That's right.
And you can't get to the morgue without the cops.
That's right.
You know, you just don't walk in the morgue and say, I'll be dead in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Absolutely.
And so now the mom and them is calling the police
Yes.
for 3 days, and they got him listed just because of their calls
Right.
as a missing person.
Right.
So how can you have a dead person in your morgue as a missing person? Not one cop there
That's right. Yes,
didn't
sir.
know
Yes.
that there's a 17-year-old black who we can't identify
Right.
as listed as a John Doe.
That's right.
Well, look here, Mom and Dad. Why don't you come down? We got a young black teenager. Why don't you come down and see if this is him?
Mm-hmm.
And so all of that time,
Right.
Mom and Dad, I said, well, wait, listen. You know how long it was if Mom wasn't there. She lives in Miami.
Right.
So both of them's in town now.
Mm-hmm.
Calling the police
Right.
every hour on the hour.
That's right.
So I'm saying, wait a minute. Did this happen 100 feet from the house where he's staying?
Right.
And now y'all telling me all the people, and you know the coroner said the blood that was on, I think maybe his jacket didn't match
Zimmerman's.
Jim. So wait a minute, then is it more than one person, or was Jim not there?
Right.
Was Jim not there?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
And so you stop and you think that I got a gun, I'm scared. Well, why didn't I pull it out?
Right.
Man, we was little children playing cops and robbers. We had our gun out.
That's right.
You know. And then the other thing is that the cops showed up. That's two important things.
Yeah.
The cops showed up.
Detective Serafino or something. Serino.
I didn't hear you.
I think his name was Detective Serino or Serafino. Yes.
Yeah. Now, if me and you are cops, man, in Baltimore, and somebody go in the police station and shoot up, kill 3 cops,
Right.
you and I run and chase him. He shoot me in the leg,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just gun him down.
Right.
Now, we are cops. The law is you have to take our gun, give us a desk job until it's investigated.
That's right.
And they give you and I a drug test
Right.
and an alcohol test. Now, if we cops, and here's a guy that want to be a cop,
Right.
how come they didn't take his gun?
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
And how come they didn't give him a blood test?
Right.
Now, if you treat real cops like that, that's out there defending the public,
Right.
and cops are killed, and all at once now, you can't just throw away the book.
That's right.
That's a procedure. They probably do them in every police department because of the lawsuits.
That's right.
They had a guy here, I don't know if he killed a cop or killed somebody, and it was a shootout with the cops, and they was taking him
Right.
by ambulance, and the ambulance broke down. His family's suing.
Right.
I mean, it's that shootout with the cops. I don't know if he killed one,
Yes.
and they'll win.
Right.
You got a murderer.
Right.
He eventually died, but they said he wouldn't have died had the ambulance not broke down.
Mm.
And so when you stop and think about this trial, what are you telling us and what are you not telling us?
That's right.
And so when you stop and you think about, and then they jump on I heard a lot of black folks who was upset when his girlfriend was being, and said they should have said, well, wait a minute. If Hitler was found alive,
Right.
he got a right to have a trial.
That's right.
And whoever's defending him is going to say, oh, he didn't do nothing. Them Jews was coming by the house ever since he started trying to circumcise him.
Yes, sir.
That's their job.
Right.
And then you got to be found guilty, not just found that you killed somebody, by a reasonable, not a shadow of a doubt.
That's right.
So all I got to do is turn one person around.
That's right.
On that jewelry.
Who's on the jury?
One person.
That's right. Make up
you're a
the jury.
lesbian and you got a family and you the vice president of a college, I got you.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Because all I got to do is turn 1 out of 12. They just had 6 then.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you stop and think about, you bring in the people and you check everybody that's on that jury.
That's right.
Find out if they got anything to hide or they gay.
Right. That's right.
They had a record. Had they ever had a attempted rape or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And so now this is very interesting. I heard the cop say when I got there, he was on the ground. I gave him mouth to mouth.
Right.
I said, wow, man, that's a racist area.
That's right.
And a cop see a black person, and he going to put his lips on his.
Right.
And nobody asked, well, let's go through the procedures. What do you do with mouth to mouth?
That's right.
What do you do?
Right.
I mean, if a cop pull your car over, man, and gonna search you, they put gloves on.
That's right.
What is it you can catch off my belt that you can't get off my lips?
That's right.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, let me tell you why I bring this up. I asked my mother one day, I think I was 9 years old, what did Jesus Christ die from?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I get hit in my head with a brick, it don't mean the brick killed me. I could have got a blood clot.
That's right.
So on the death certificate, it says blood clot in the brain.
Right.
Okay? And so I wanted to know, what did Jesus die from? Well, my mother said, he died from a broken heart.
Right.
So I guess my brother, because he could say too much to my mother, man. I take him outside. I said, I didn't know a broken heart could. What's a broken heart look like?
Yes.
This is just an old saying.
Right.
I mean, if I break my leg, if something broke, how do you break my heart?
That's right.
And so one day, I'm looking at the Kennedy case.
Kennedy assassination.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
That's right.
Lee Harvey Oswald gets gunned down.
Right.
Okay? And so, have somebody that can get hold to the autopsy. See, he died not from a broken heart.
Right.
He died from air bubbles to the lungs.
That's right.
Okay?
How was that?
So now, Malcolm X.
That's right.
He's on the floor. There's a black guy over him giving mouth to mouth. Then we find out he's a cop.
Right.
He's such a secret cop. He don't even get paid by the New York Police Department. He gets paid by a utility company.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
So then I'm saying, wait a minute. Then I find out that you don't give mouth to mouth on a chest wound.
Right. That's correct.
Because it pulls air bubbles into the lungs.
Mm-hmm.
So now Trayvon got a chest wound.
Right.
So is that why he got mouth to mouth? So I'm looking at this hard.
That's right.
And I'm saying, because nobody's explained this at all.
Right.
And then you got a cop telling him to go into the state. Now, I was in Atlanta one day, man, and something hurt my throat in Pennsylvania, in Philly. So I go to this friend's doctor because I went in there to speak. And he said, I know you don't like medicine, but because what I'm looking at, just take this pill. I'll give you 3. And drink a lot of water with it. And I forgot he said drink a lot of water. So I'm in Atlanta the next day talking, and I pass out. But, the minute I pass out, I catch myself.
Right.
But somebody already called 911. So when the first responders get there, they take my blood pressure and temperature and everything. So then they bring in the stretcher. They're fixing us to, no, I'm okay. They said, well, your temperature's a little high. I said, we have to take you in.
Right.
I said, unless you sign this document, which said you refuse to go.
Right.
So when they show up and see Zimmerman nose bloody.
Right.
Now to this day, nobody's taking the X-ray. They just assume because he said who said his nose was broke.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right. We're the doctors.
Bring the doctor in.
Bring the doctors in.
And said who said it. And now let's take another one.
Right.
Because I can always take it and see that your nose had been broke because it's not going to heal up all the way.
Right.
None of that. None of that. And so when they show up and they look, his mouth is bloody, back his head is, So why wouldn't they insist that he go
That's right.
to the hospital?
Yes.
Or make him sign a sign.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
And so when you look at all of that, now that's what the lawyers are for.
Right.
I don't have no problem with that.
Yes.
You go in there, they got if one of my children get busted with $10 million worth of drugs,
right.
You hire a lawyer, and that lawyer's trying to say, well, I don't know how it got in there, this, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Right, yes, sir.
And so consequently, all of those questions was not answered.
Yes.
So I've got to believe it's a conspiracy.
It has to be.
All around.
Yes, sir.
And so now, here's two things. I heard the Arab Spring.
Right.
All over last year.
Right.
A lot of those was people we sent in there.
That's right.
Thugs.
Yes.
To create.
Right.
To get him out of there. Now, let's look at what they're telling us.
Right.
We give the Egyptian military, not the Egyptian people.
That's right.
$1.5 billion. They work for us.
That's right.
So they can't do nothing that we don't tell them.
Yeah. It's a group. Yep.
At all.
Yeah. It's a group called the International Crisis Group. I don't know if you've had a chance to look them up, but next time I see you, I'll give you some information on it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I heard on one show that during the height of that Arab Spring last year, the Egyptian,
right,
that Lynn Cheney's daughter was over there directing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's on the group, International Crisis Group.
Okay.
With Soros and Mohammed al-Baridi, who was the first one they wanted to make as the interim president. And now he's back over there as the interim president.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
And so now there got to be a bloodbath. And let me tell you why.
Yes.
The what they call it, the brothers?
The Muslim Brotherhood.
That's the Muslim Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
They say they are so well organized.
Yeah.
If they had another election today, they would win.
Yeah.
So now, if you say, wait a minute now, if they win, they're going to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So there's going to have to be a hell of a shootout, man.
That's right, yeah. And they're in the book, Committee 300. John Coleman talked about them. They're in one of the 21 manifestos of the Illuminati, the Muslim Brotherhood they talk about. Yes, sir.
and so that's what we're looking at.
Right.
And so somewhere, when you stop and think, and then I'm looking at that plane wreck the other day.
777. Almost happened on 777.
Yeah, isn't that incredible?
Yes, sir. Boeing.
Yeah, so I'm watching it. And, I said, wow. I said, wait a minute. That's incredible. Nobody got killed.
Right.
When it first came out, right?
That's right.
Nobody got killed. And then the guy came up with a picture a mile away. He's just on his rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started answering more questions than they were then. They know there's a picture of it, right?
Right.
And so now, if you look at this, they said 2 people killed.
Mm-hmm.
Then eventually said, no, it looked like one or both of them was run over by first responders.
Right.
Well, I imagine when somebody's in that big a hurry.
Right.
And they said, and the thing broke off, looked like polished air.
Mm.
And then one of the pilots said that right before all the mess of him, a bright light hit him in the eye. Did you see that?
I heard it. Yes, sir.
Oh, now let's think about this, man. He was hit in the eye by a bright light.
Right.
Now, is that from terrorists? Let me take one say that. Did you know how many people would not be riding planes if they thought somebody got some light down here they can flash?
Right.
And it goes into the cockpit?
Right.
And render you immobile?
Right.
And now they telling us about, well, here's a guy here on the plane. He's he haven't had but like X amount of time experience on one of these type of planes.
Right.
And then little by little. And so again, I'm saying, is it more? It might not be.
It could be. I thought Boeing was tied to. I remember Russian airline came down. I think that was it Russia that was making the new Boeing airlines.
How long
ago?
Look
into it. I remember that was a story last year, and they just grounded one